Evans' three-point shot is
Powering shot, baby.
Red Bulls takes it to the house.
The following is a production of the Rough Rider broadcast team, a presentation of Watlington and Shires Productions.
Net SN and Azalea Orthopedics bring you this Watlington and Shires production live from the
Happy
pizzeria.
New Year, everybody.
Brought to you by
Welcome to the Rick Meeks Show, live from the pizzeria. Brought to you by Sabine State Bank. Tonight, we begin a new season with Rick Meeks. The coach is in the house. We talk basketball. We talk soccer. We talk the upcoming spring sports season right around the corner. We talk all things
Net SN
Rough Rider
and Azalea
We
Orthopedics
thank
bring
you
you
for
this
joining us.
Watlington and Shires
We hope you
production
enjoy
live
Rick
from the
Meeks Show
pizzeria.
tonight. Coming up
Brought to you by
next.
Sabine State Bank. It's Coach Rick Meeks and the Rick Meeks Show, featuring Hiram Harrison, the only man in the building with 500 wins, alongside the counselor Stephen Shires, Larry Come On Ref Pierce, and Chris Watlington. The coach is in the house.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Coach Rick Meeks Show, live here from the pizzeria, sponsored by Sabine State Bank. Coach, it could have been a whole different thing. We could have been having a big watch party if the national championship had gone the other way, both ways.
Right.
I'm sure we'd have had a wager going
Yeah, we would
about that. But instead, it's Michigan versus Washington, two very good teams, and we'll talk a little bit about that this evening, but we're mostly here to talk about basketball and softball.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, what's going on?
Man, not much. We got a lot of things going on right now. Basketball season in full swing. Soccer's getting started. Softball starts Friday. Baseball starts next week. Golf and tennis to follow. So a lot of really good things going on, and a lot of activity, and the kids staying busy as well as the coaches.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, we got our pizzas here this evening. Of course, we always get the pepperoni pizza, extra crisp for you. You've got me a believer, man. That stuff is good. I'd like to salute our sponsor of the night. We're going to move through this quickly so we can get to the coaches. We got a lot to talk about tonight because we're going to have an update from both the Lady Riders and the Rough Riders, who are both off to great starts in the district play. And we're going to go ahead and talk about, since we have softball and baseball coming up, and softball's kind of starting first, we're going to talk to our softball coach this evening and get an idea about that. Before we do that, we're going to talk about Dairy Queen. Now, do you like Dairy Queen?
I do.
I mean, because
M&M Blizzard.
one can't live on pepperoni pizza all the time.
No, you got to supplement pizza with Blizzard.
Yeah, with the Blizzard. Which one is that?
M&M.
M&M Blizzard. Well, very good. Of course,
Had one last night,
yeah?
actually.
Oh, really?
I did.
What size?
Went with the small.
Oh, it's small? Well, you can get the mini, so it's kind of the medium. But anyway, of course, everybody knows I love the tacos at Dairy Queen. I also love after church on Sunday swinging through and get me a dip cone. It's just a great way to cap off the morning.
Service, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to take a minute. We'll hear from Dairy Queen along with JBA Financial, Rough Rider Oil and Lube, and Batters Law Firm. So we take a break. We'll be back. The Rick Meeks Show right after this.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those
no,
American
I couldn't possibly.
cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need.
Father.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen. At Sabine State Bank, you have a lot of things going for you. It's a small office, so
Abundant Love Ministries is a place for everyone to worship.
If you've ever been to Abundant Love Ministries, you know that Pastor Marlon Cloudy is unlike anybody else. The music, uplifting. And right next door to the church, their life center is unparalleled. A great place to worship, Abundant Love Ministries. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with the pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Everybody, welcome back to the Rick Meeks Show, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. We are live here from the Pizzeria, as we are every week. And, of course, we have our pepperoni pizza. And it looks like Larry Pierce went with a Works with jalapeno peppers. But I want to talk a minute about Mooney's Emporium. Coach, you ever go up to Mooney's Emporium up there right around the corner?
No, I've never been there, but I know Shell up there, and she does a good job over there.
Well, that's where we get you get cool T-shirts. I got me a Willie Nelson Christmas T-shirt that she made for me.
I need to go in there and check her out then.
Yeah, they got all kinds of stuff. I bought him a Center Texas coffee cup because he's not a native Centurion. So for Christmas, I got him a Center coffee cup. We having some technical issues there, Scarlett? What's that? We're still on the air. We're still with the video, or no video, but audio.
Like we're just on the radio.
Just like on the radio, like the old days. Of course, that's Mooney's Emporium, located on the square, right, part of the Big Red Hardware building, where you can get all kinds of stuff. You can also not only T-shirts and clothes and all that, but Coach, when Retina, when you just need to do something a little extra special, they have all kinds of like purses and stuff. I don't need what those look, but luxury purses.
If I get one of those luxury purses, you're gonna want to put some money in it.
That's
so
true.
I need to get a Walmart purse. She don't carry purses.
Or a handbag.
Yeah.
But anyway, of course, that's Mooney's Emporium, located on the square. Go see Shell Mooney; she can fix you up. All right, Coach, it's time to talk a little basketball. We had a pretty good week, I think, on the basketball court. I think we talked in a post-game show on Tuesday against the Spring Hill Panthers. You thought that was one of the best games we played all year.
That was one of the best games. I thought we came out and we shot the ball well, defended well, and shared the basketball. And I was proud of those guys for sharing that basketball with each other. I think we had 9 assists in the first half and ended up with 13, I believe. But we played well that game.
Right. Of course, my favorite moment was when Ja posterized the guy with the big dunk. But let's talk about what your favorite thing is, because you have instituted this awesome thing called the charge chair.
Yeah, I got that from Central Heights. They had a charge chain.
Yeah.
I didn't want to wear a big old chain, but we came up with the charge chair. We went to Longview and bought some things. We got a crown for those guys, and T. Baby Johnson, he loves to take those charges. He's good at it.
And you got a charge belt too, right?
Yeah, we got a big old championship belt. It's not too many guys going to take charges, so we made a big deal out of it, and it's worked out pretty good.
Now you got everybody wanting to take charges.
Yeah,
Right now it's Tim's chair.
Yes, it is. It is Tim's chair.
Yeah.
Because, we had one other, trying to think, Bush took a charge, too.
Bush took a charge.
He
Bush
did.
and Tim the only one that's taking charges this year.
Right.
Cash tried to tell. I was like, Cash, you can let somebody run over you. They do that in football. You got hit harder in football than you do out here.
That's right.
So he say, I'm gonna take one next game.
That's
Coach.
right. That's what I understand, that everybody's wanting to get one to get on the charge chair. But anyway, going back against Spring Hill, we won handily.
Yeah.
But I think you look at the other things, but even not just the score, but just how the team played in general, and you thought that we really put together a solid basketball game. I think you talked about that.
I thought we did put together a good, solid game. Fourth quarter, we kind of ended up giving them too many points, I thought.
Right.
But, we ended up winning by, 50,
50.
I think.
Yeah, it was like 51. So,
we just got to continue to work on our defense and stop people who shouldn't be scoring as much as they should. But whatever it takes, we got to do it.
And then Friday night, we went up to Gilmer and got a little revenge from the football season.
Yeah, we did, and I wasn't very happy with that. We had a couple of starters didn't start because they were late, and that kind of put a damper on things. I think we could have beat them by more, but, they got to learn. when you commit to something, you need to be there on time. And
Sure.
once you're there, you got to give it your all.
Well, I mean, that goes to show, Coach, that your commitment to those sorts of things, because I mean that's a district game. That I mean you're willing to teach those young men a lesson about being on time, and again, it's just, I mean, that kind of thing. You just,
Right.
I mean, those weren't a bad thing, but it's something you need to instill in them.
Those are life lessons.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking to Cash. I said, man, you're going to the next level to play football. Those guys going to expect a lot from you. Being on time is one of them.
Yeah.
And if you can't be on time, man, you may get left at home a couple of times, and you may have to learn the hard way. So you better learn now. You know, the other guys who are not going to college, you know, going into the workforce,
Yeah,
you got to be on time every day to go to work. You can't be late. So it's just life lessons I'm trying to teach you.
Absolutely. Now we talked kind of a couple things that stood out from my standpoint. I like to talk about it. Number one, in the postgame show, we talk about Tiki Robinson came in and gave us some really strong minutes in there. But I was really impressed with Smith, Jamarian Smith. I mean, he got several blocks, but there were multiple times. I don't know if you went back and looked at the film. There were multiple times where he didn't get a block, but he so disrupted the shot that I mean they had point blank shots and they were just missing them shot after shot. It's normally because he was up there disrupting the shot. Was that?
Well, he's 6'7", you can get his hands up, and he's almost 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
So that's going to disrupt a lot of shots. We just tell them, hey, just get your hands up. You don't need to try to block everything. Some you can, but some you can't.
Yep.
But, you know, get up there and disrupt some things and get the rebound, start out fast break.
Yeah. What were your thoughts about that game? Like you said, we didn't win by that. I mean, ended up winning. It was still close to 20, wasn't it? I can't remember the.
It ended up being 20.
Yeah.
Again, you know, the end of the fourth quarter, I think they scored 16 points that quarter, and I wasn't happy with that. But, you know, I'm always happy with the winning by 20 against a district opponent.
I think we had a really strong third period, I think.
I think we did. I think those guys who didn't start finally found their rhythm.
Yep.
You know, we talked about, you know, being on time. When you don't start, then you're going to lose your rhythm, and you can't just go in there and just start shooting threes because they're not going to fall. You just got to let the game come to you, and that's exactly what happened in the third quarter. Game came to them, and they started knocking down some shots.
Yeah, Timothy did. Yeah, he did. I mean, looking back on it, like I said, we could have picked him as player of the game too, because I think from the statistical standpoint, I think he probably had the strongest game, and he's the one that opened it up with the 3-pointers.
Yes,
but I mean, he's just an all-around good basketball player.
And pound for pound, that's a tough look dude.
Yeah.
Man, pound for pound, I'll put him up against anybody, and he'll earn his way.
Right.
And I'm just proud of him.
Yeah. So we've got another difficult district opponent coming on tomorrow night. That's the Henderson Lions. I don't know if you remember, Coach, a long time ago, I got in trouble because I called them a fake 3A. At the time, it was a 3A. When we were in 3A, they were in 3A. And I said, here's what's funny, Coach. Let me just tell you this real brief. So you're familiar with Smokey, the website, right? So they were playing a game in the center. And I don't know, when the band was playing, they had this huge band, even bigger than ours. And I was like, how in the world is Henderson a 3A school? I mean, because they were always, one classification bigger than us. And so it just didn't make any sense. So did they have a virus that ran through on the attendance day or something? And I called them this is in the post-game show. I called them a fake 3A school. I didn't know this, but a lot of the Henderson fans had tuned into the radio and were listening to the post-game show for the football game, and they got all upset at me. And so they got on Smokey and started talking about that local yokel guy. Who is that guy down there? Didn't know what he's talking about. And they actually, I think Smoke had to actually cut the thread. Yeah. But anyway, we got those guys coming to town, and what do you know about them?
Oh, they're kind of down this year, and those kind of teams scare me because we know that we should beat those teams. I call that kind of game a trap game.
Yeah.
You got to win it. You're supposed to win it. But if we go in there and play down to their potential, then, it's going to be a close game. They got a new coach over there. I think he's doing a good job over there. It's going to take a while to get those guys back on track. But, what we were telling the guys this morning, you just got to come in. You got to dominate teams you're supposed to dominate.
Yeah.
And you got to let the rest of the district know that, hey, we're the big brothers.
That's
y'all
exactly
y'all
right.
the little brothers. So
That's right.
And once they're responding well, the kids are responding well. So, I expect a good game out of them tomorrow.
Right. That's the kind of thing you don't want those games to be close. You want
No.
to take care of business. So when it's time to play Chapel Hill again, we'll be ready for it.
Right. But we can't overlook Henderson, and we got Kilgore on Friday and Carthage on Tuesday, and we'll start it all over again. But those will be 3 tough opponents.
Yeah. Certainly bigger schools, and I mean Henderson in the past has had some good teams. So, all right, well, Coach, thanks for the visit. We appreciate you stepping in and to talk to us. We'll take a moment. Go to Joe Bill Metalier Insurance, JBI Insurance, located there on Tenahall Street for all of your insurance needs. Whether it's Joe Bill used to be a farmer's agent. Now he's an independent agent. But for your home, your auto, fire insurance, life insurance, any of that stuff, go see Joe Bill Metalier. He's been doing it selling insurance since I was like 11. So I mean, I've known Joe Bill my entire life, and of course he's the dad of my former law partner and the dad of the guy that went in and fixed my old ticker. So I mean, I'm really happy for him. That's JBI Insurance, located there on Tenahall Street. When we come back, we'll hear from Coach Smith, and we'll talk about a little girls basketball right after this.
What sort of thing do you expect from a good coach like Rick Meeks? To prepare you, to make you ready for the game, to make sure that the good times outnumber the bad times, but that when bad times come, you can weather the storm. What do you expect from a good financial planner? Well, much the same thing, so that your family and you get across the finish line on top of the world. That's why JBA Financial sponsors our Coach Talk with Rick Meeks. JBA Financial and Rough Rider Football.
Rough Rider Oil and Lube, they understand 2 very important things. First, you and your family spend a lot of time in your vehicle, so you need to take good care of that vehicle so it can take care of you. That's the specialty of Rough Rider Oil and Lube, protecting the engine that gets you where you need to go. Second, Rough Rider fans, they deserve the very best, so you're always welcome at Rough Rider Oil and Lube.
Batters Law Firm is proud to be a third-generation law firm serving the injured people of East Texas since 1964. Batters has settled thousands of cases and paid out over $25 million to clients from settlements in the past 2 years. Visit one of their locations for your free, no-appointment consultation and let the Batters team implement their proven approach that incorporates treatment and recovery while maximizing settlements and payouts. Batters Law Firm, serving you in Nacogdoches, Lufkin Center, and Houston. Remember, when it matters, call Batters. 833-BATTERS. 833-BADDERS.
All right, folks, welcome back. This is the next segment, the interesting segment where we talk about ladies basketball here at the Rick Meeks Show. Again, live from the pizzeria, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. And so now it's time to talk because the Lady Riders are on a roll, Coach.
Are they? Yeah, that's why I wanted to step in here and find out how my Lady Riders are doing. I've been doing other things, Coach, so tell me about them gals. How are they going along?
They're doing pretty good. It's like a 4-way tie right now for first place in district. It's 4 of us are the 3-1. And we have Henderson here tomorrow, and they're one of the teams that's kind of caught some people by surprise. They're 3-1 right now as well. So, but our girls right now, they're taking care of business and working hard.
So big game coming up here, but a couple of the games that you had here lately, Coach, they were able to get a good win there over Gilmer, and then things are moving right along too. So got to be proud to compare. I hate to do comparisons, but you got to look at it that way. If you look at it coming out of the end of the tournament season last year and this year, man, talk about it totally. We've talked about it, how totally flipped around it is and how much better his team is.
Oh, yeah, a lot better. And a lot of it has to do with buy-in. On the defensive side, because we pretty much got the same team we had last year. We lost one defensive person. We picked up a freshman guard, but outside of that, the team's pretty much the same personnel. And but they're buying in on the defensive side and causing a lot of good turnovers.
Well, and I know, Coach. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the bragging. There's this player named Journey Smith. All right, and I think she's largely responsible because, I think she can run. I bet you she can't run any faster than she can dribble. It's just amazing how fast she can get up the court dribbling the basketball.
I get mad at her sometimes because I still not seeing her move her fastest. I know how fast she can move, and I still sometimes feel like she's holding back a little bit. But she is helping getting the job done.
It is. It's so important. I've seen it. Seems like to me that in all levels of basketball, but even the ladies even more. If you don't have a good point guard that can get the ball up the court with a little pressure on them, it's just a recipe for disaster. And she's able to do that for us. Maybe not at the optimal speed for coach, but she does it well.
We don't want her out running the team either, getting down the floor.
Well, yeah, no problem. Yeah, right. But yeah, no, she does it pretty good. She does still some freshman things that we anticipate. But I can say that one of the things I kind of noticed that just when I watch, sometimes she gets to thinking too much, then the play started getting too slow, and then that's when we kind of get a lot of those turnovers. So here lately, I said, look, just play basketball.
Yep.
And you got some great post players down there. We'll do some great rebounding. Whatever we throw up, it'll look like a play. So just let's play basketball.
There you go. And that was true, too, Coach. You said you lost a good defender from last year, but you gained the point guard here, too. And that's what we talked about, I think, earlier in the season when we got started, how much of an asset she would be to help out with G-Dub bringing the ball to the floor, give her that extra person to get it up there. Because, in the girls' basketball game, that is a big thing. They like that full court pressure. And if you can do that, you can get them out of their game. You get them that 5 second or 10 seconds down there, too. So, getting it up here and having the freshmen there. And then also, like I said, I get to go back and watch the games, but I love our post play down there. We just dominate in the post. I love it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I've got 3 strong post players that I feel confident with. We got Edniana Barnes is down there. We got, of course, we got May down there, and then we got Kylie Hubbard coming off, who is good enough to be a starter with no doubt. But and when she comes in, I feel like we don't lose a beat. No. We get a great aggressive rebound and a strong putback. And she's playing aggressive defense.
Yeah.
The way.
Yeah, because I remember from last year, she was kind of coming along to it. And then the 3 games I see her so far this year, she's been a great asset because you're right, Coach, being able to come an extra 7, 8 down there on the bench for you guys, and then having that dominant person to come in there and not lose anything, give your other players a break, man, that's good to have.
Well, Hubbard was the Center Rail Company player of the game on Tuesday.
Awesome.
But let's talk, another one player who maybe doesn't score as much, but I think contributes and plays defense. I want you to talk about it's a Hill. You talk about her.
Oh man, Hill we call her spark plug. She comes off the bench and she gets things fired up. She is so extremely quick. And gives a lot of pressure on the other guard. If they've been playing a few minutes and then you got her come out there and you got to deal with her. She is lightning quick. And even her, she's having more confidence even with the ball in her hands. So, she's been a great asset to have off the bench as well.
Well, this is what I'm seeing from it, Coach, and this is what I've learned from girls basketball over the years. Is you can get out there and you can run that, be better conditioned than the other team, getting them up and down the floor, making good, pressuring a little bit, and getting up and down the floor faster and quicker, and then just wearing out those starters, getting those second guys in there, and then you get halfway through that second quarter, they're huffing and puffing, and you're still moving the ball, and then you wear them out halfway through the third, and then you start building your points up. That looks like what the plan is for this team going through so far. I've seen.
That's kind of been the identity. That's kind of been the identity of it. We kind of go out there, get a feel for what they got, and after that we turn the heat up and again, and we capitalizing on the turnovers. And another player who's probably not on the stat sheet that's been a great contributor is Sierra Jones.
Oh yeah,
she's quiet on the backside. She's ready. If we ever throw it to her, she's not gonna hesitate to shoot that ball. But one of the things she's been doing a great job of is I've been telling her on the backside, you be ready to steal, and she has been right there like a snake, ready to strike when that ball comes her side. She's coming at her, making steals. She's closing out the corners good. Quietly, she's been a real good, strong, solid player even on that backside defensively over there.
Yep. Very excellent.
Yeah. And too, Coach, I like to see the excitement of your bench, too, because, you got to have that out there. They're always up there for everybody, whoever's out there on the floor. They're always rooting them on. They're out there for them, And so and the winning comes with that, and it makes the excitement comes. You can see that there's a change in the way that the attitude of this team is from just a month or two to now.
Yep.
I really can.
Yeah. Well, let's talk, of course, the Spring Hill game was on NetSN, and we covered that. And, it's just what Larry talked about. We just, it was nip and tuck in the first quarter. Second quarter, we had a lead. Third quarter is when we warm out and opened up. Let's talk about the Gilmer game because, unfortunately, we were unable to cover that because it was the next day, and we just couldn't get back up there. We ended up winning that game. Kind of walk us through and tell us how that one went.
It was a really – we executed a really good game plan. The girls came out, and Gilmer traditionally.
Yeah, they're really good.
They are a solid team, well-coached team. Coach Sampson does a good job coaching those girls down there. But one of the things that we told them to say, we're going to see if they can execute the game plan. with this pressure.
Yeah.
So we came back. We just kind of got a feel for them that first minute, and after that, we turned the heat up on them, and it was just one bad pass and a steal. And halftime we were up 30-15. That was the halftime score. Even then, they hit a half quarter right at the buzzer beater to get the 15.
Right.
That's just a testament of just how relentless we were playing against them. And in the second half, they made some good adjustments and kind of got us out of our comfort zone, but we got back on track and we kept the lead. We played smart ball. One of the things the growth that I saw was early in the year, if we got in those situations, we'd be still trying to jack up threes, drive and take unnecessary points and giving the other team rebounds, and we lost a couple of games not knowing how to protect the lead. So that was one of the things I saw. We got the lead, and if it wasn't there, we didn't force it. We kicked it out, took some time off the clock, and just waited for a great shot before we let it go. So it was a good, solid win.
Oh, excellent. Yes, sir.
Well, you know, and I got to talk about one of my favorite players, too. We can sit here and spend a whole lot of time talking about Mae Johnson down in their way she plays the ball. She's just, sometimes it seems like she does things quietly, too, but she's a very big voice in there for you guys, you know. But sometimes you don't really see her out there on the floor, but I could see her on the sideline or even in the locker room being a little bit more of a voice than what I see her sometimes.
Oh, listen, I don't know how you can't see her out there. She is out there. She is dynamite out there. And even then, she's a floor general as well.
Right.
It's sometime I'll watch her to see if, like, you know, it's time to come out of zone. Let's go ahead. I'll watch her. If she steps up and start putting some pressure, hey, so the team's learned that we got them coming up and we picking them up off the rebound. Be ready to pick up a girl and just go. And so it's one of those chemistry things they've kind of grown to see. And she kind of takes it, coach, it's time to go, man. If I see her jumping up on them, hey, close out on them. Let's stay with them. And even one of the other things I'm proud of her is that, you know, she gets a lot of blocks, but earlier she was getting a lot of fouls because she want to jump up and she want to swing and block it hard, and sometimes those were leading into fouls. But she's gotten so much better at just jumping straight up and contesting it the right way. And now we've cut those fouls down tremendously because we were almost in foul trouble. Her and Journey.
Yeah,
every game they were racing to see who could get the five. Who get the five first.
And to reiterate, Coach was talking about, in case you don't know, whenever it comes to basketball, whenever you see them block it, if they come down like it, it's going to be a foul. If that arm comes down, but if they stay up straight, it more than likely going to just be the block. So many times you see that, and you may complain, folks, that, oh, that's just all ball, but, you know, that's what they're going to see, and then it comes down. So that's the explanation of that. But, yeah, you're right. You know, she does good out there. And then also, I think with her play, and then, like you said, you know, being that general like you're talking about out there, she also makes Barnes and Hibbard even better players right there, too, because now these three right there, they have, you know, you can't say Olajuwon and Sampson, but, I mean, you know, down in there, they're tough, the three together.
They most definitely are. And then this past game here, Gabby finally let loose. She came out and bust some big threes in the game, and that because I think Gilmer's plan was try to pack the paint and try to make it hard for us to score in there, but they got to moving around. Gabby hit a couple of threes, and it's like, oh, we got to come out there and guard now. so that kind of, she was comfortable with it too. So that was good, and it just opened up a lot. So it's been some great play.
Yeah, Lady Riders have these dangerous points all over the place. Coach can put them in there, and they can fit them into pieces. So you got to guard them all over. Lady Riders are legit this year, man.
And we got a good rotation. I mean, we're playing. How many are we normally getting in there?
Normally 8. Normally 8 girls. We've been having Hubbard has been kind of filling in for Edniana and Lanaja or May, and Kalijah, her sister, her and Sierra kind of share a role out there on the wing because both of them they can catch fire out there in the corner, and then Tazari has been coming in for Gabby and Journey. So with the 3 of them kind of rotating and the other 3 rotating, we just had a really good system here. Now this upcoming week we'll probably see some changes. That pulled a couple of sophomores up, not sophomore, just some JV girls. Pulled a couple of JV girls up who you may see get some playing time. It's time to get those other girls acclimated to the speakers. Even our JV team, even one in Gilmer down there, they stepped up and played some really good games. So we'll have a couple of those girls come up. So you may see a few extra bodies on the bench because you just never know. Our goal, of course, is playoffs, and you just never know whose number's going to get called. And
let's take a minute and turn to that. So you said there's 3 teams at 3-1. Is that what you said? Yeah. So us, Henderson, and Chapel Hill,
Gilmer.
Gilmer. Okay.
Yeah. And Chapel Hill. So it's 4. It's 4. Yeah.
Okay. So obviously there's.
So it's going to come down to all of it all the way through, man. Yeah. It's going to come all the way through.
So we got Henderson coming Tuesday, another 3-1 team. And of course, we need to get the victory.
So we'll knock them off, and it'll be all good. So
What
do we expect from that team?
They're running and gunning. They're skill-wise, I wouldn't say that their skills now, but she is doing a great job of using what they have. And they got some speed. They getting down that court, they rebounding, they're passing, and they're trying to score real quick and fast. They're pressing, they're going to be up. Pressing, if they do drop back and try to give a 2-3 look, they're going to be trying to surprise us with some half-court traps as soon as we come across. So she's using her speed. She's doing a great job of coaching them because last year they were kind of like us, you know, at the bottom. But I think they're somewhere 17-6 or something like that this year, right around the same record that we have. But they got some great speed, and they're playing fearless. That's the best way I can see it.
Right.
But we should have the rebound advantage. But it's going to be a track meet tomorrow.
All right, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's almost like the football we talked about. Our district was a district of death, and you're looking at the basketball for girls and guys over there. This could be the same kind of district coming up for basketball
like
this
a
year,
tough
man.
district,
Yeah,
which is great.
Yeah, we love it. Good basketball that way.
Yes, indeed.
All right, well, Coach, thank you for joining us. Look forward to having you on again, and as the district season progresses, we go into the playoffs, and we're looking forward to it. I am fully expecting that we're going to have a big playoff run with this team the way they're playing right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I was kind of ear hustling over there when Coach Harrison was talking. He's got his charge chairs.
Yeah.
It's funny because at the same time I was doing it similar with our girls, and anyway, they get a shake for every charge they take. So, so they're sliding over there, and they're trying to get a shake.
That's right.
Right. So if y'all hear me say anything about, I see you know that milkshake. That's in
the
reference
charge
to.
shake. We know we're going to be talking about it.
Yeah.
So
hey, but you know what? Wait, well, here's the thing, folks. You get your charge shake at the Dairy Queen.
There you go.
There you go.
Charge
That's
right.
right.
Dairy
There you
Queen.
go.
Strawberry shake, the best one.
That's right.
There you go. So, but yeah, that's something because we're trying to get them to do the similar thing on the defensive side. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for inviting us and the coverage as well. Thank y'all so
Awesome,
much.
sir. Yes, sir.
All
Coach,
right.
Let's go. I know it.
And of course, we talk about Wyndham Family Dental, something to smile about, and I can't think of many things that's more fun to smile about in the way that the ladies have played this year. And again, like I said before, we are infinitely ahead of where we were last year, and it's because you said it's basically the same team.
And I had to say that I called it, but I did.
All right, folks, we'll be right back. Take a quick break. We're going to hear from our monthly sponsors along with Andrews Construction. We're not either, Scarlett. We're going to hear from somebody, Center Motor Company.
There you go.
All right.
We got it.
Thought you'd seen the last of the Ford Bronco? Well, you were wrong. Ford brought the Bronco back so they could put the S in SUV. Comfort and connectivity for the highway to get you there, and then the power you need for your off-road adventure. Run at the front of the herd. Saddle up a Bronco at Center Motor Company.
Right, taxes. We all got to take care of them. We all got to pay them. But do you really understand the rules? Or are you like me, you just know they're out to get your money? Well, you need fast tax, and you need it fast because you put it off the very end, so now you have to get really, really quickly, and your money and your return is waiting for you. At Fast Tax, Center, Texas. Shelby Savings Bank has a brand new look. They're proud of where they've been, where they came from starting in 1981, but now they're moving forward with locations all over East Texas to serve you. Will Lucas knows that he's standing on the backs of giants that had a vision for the financial future of Shelby County. And he and his staff are taking that future into new directions with things like mobile deposits. It's the same bank, new look. Shelby Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. At Sabine State Bank, you have a lot of things going for you. It's a small office, so everybody... Live from the pizzeria, you're watching the Coach Rick Meeks Show, brought to you by Sabine State Bank.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the Rick Meeks Show. We're live from the pizzeria, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. Good to be here. First time I've been here in the 2024 year. First time I've had pizzeria pizza, and it's been too long. Coach Meeks over there to my left is going to introduce a very important part of his staff who is in charge of a very important part of the program. And, Coach, I'll let you do that. You know her better than I do.
Yeah, for the first time now on the show, we have our head softball coach, Megan Hendricks. Comes to us from Carlisle, and very excited to have her on staff and to work with her and get ready to see the program that we're building. And exciting times. We start softball season Friday, and I know she's anxious to get started and ready to get going.
You started on Friday. Is that what, with a meeting or something, or
No, that's when practice starts.
your first practice
Yes,
is
we're gonna start
Friday?
practice
It's just what UIL says.
That's what UIL says,
Oh, okay.
yes.
That's why then. All right.
Yes.
Well, you come to us from Price Carlisle. That was your last coaching assignment and your first, right?
Yes, at Carlisle, that was my first time coaching. I coached there for like 3 years, and so now I'm come to Center, and I'm so excited to be here.
Well, let's rewind it a little more from there. Where was college for you?
Well, I played college at NTCC, and then I graduated from SFA, and Axum, and then anyways, now I'm here.
Good. And where was high school?
High school was in Huntington.
Really?
You know where that's at?
I know where that's at.
Yeah. You got to ask people, not.
But Center and Huntington were in the same district more years than not for the last 50 years. So, yeah, know right where that is. And the last speeding ticket I got was right there.
Oh, yeah, they'll get you.
Yeah.
They'll get you through there.
I should have seen that. I should have seen it coming. Okay. So Price Carlisle is a 2A?
Yes, it was a 2A.
And in football, it's small 2A.
Yes.
And it's right there on the intersection of.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing there. It's an intersection and a school and a little gas station.
Referenced in a Miranda Lambert song. If I could remember the song, that would have been a really cool moment. But since I can't, rewind.
Would have been a really good one. Sits right in between Henderson and Troop.
Yeah.
On Highway 13.
That's it. And that intersection is it's Turnertown. That she referenced the Turnertown Gazette in a song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. For those of you that'd like to check that out. What's the big difference between softball and really just high school at a place like Price Carlisle and a place like Center? They're both small schools, but the definition of small is different.
Yes, that's exactly right.
What's give me one of the big differences.
Well, I guess size is actually probably the biggest difference. In Carlisle, we had a classroom. My kids were in a class, like a whole class grade was of 30.
Okay.
Whereas here at Center, I'm teaching a class of 30.
Yeah.
So, you have more opportunities here. They offer a whole lot more here. So we've really enjoyed it. My whole family came.
Good, yeah. They're here behind you.
They are. They're all here.
Enjoying some pizza.
Yes.
Well, okay, so you show up on the first day, and, well, I guess the first day's coming up, but you know your girls. You've met with them. You were already telling me kind of what you're excited about. Tell me what you're excited about. What are some of the potentials that you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm really excited about the season in general, for one. And then also we have some big seniors that I'm going to be real sad to lose already. I've already loved them so much already now. And then I've got some really good group of freshmen that are coming up. And so I see the program, like, for more than just this year. I can see it going better and better each year. So that's exciting to me.
How do you know them? You said you already have kind of fallen in love with some of these seniors as fine young ladies. Is it a class period that you have them during the course of the year?
Yeah, so I have them during athletics, and I've had them all season, and we've kind of talked softball and done softball, and it's just cool to really get to spend that time in athletics and connect with them as a coach and as people, and then earn their trust for the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Yeah, because the alternative could be a football coach, and you just show up, bam, you're already right in the middle
You're
of it.
right. You're right. That would be difficult.
Well, Coach, I mean, why her? I mean, you're looking for coaches. Why did you get Megan?
Well, I think a lot of things that go into us is putting together a staff is how we care for kids, and building the program that way. Obviously, knowledge is a given from a head coach's standpoint, and so we want people that are fits for what it takes to grow our young men and women into, like Coach Harrison said earlier, we have we have a few kids here or there that'll play at the next level, but after that, the rest of them have got to be able to function either in college or in the workforce, and we've got to have coaches on staff that are able to prepare them to do that. And Coach Hendricks is going to be able to do that, and athletics is just such a big vehicle for us to prepare kids for life through a bunch of different sports, and hers happens to be softball, and obviously in the fall she helped Coach Spikes with volleyball, and just already been a really big key to our staff. And so that's what goes into it from my standpoint. I want coaches that are going to be in front of our kids every day, helping them learn about life and what it's going to take to be successful when they leave here. And we're just fortunate enough to be able to do it through athletics.
It's the ultimate metaphor, isn't it? I mean, you teach a whole lot of life skills through athletics, but it looks a little different for a football coach and player than it does a softball coach and player. It's different vocabulary, different skills, but it's all moving in the same direction. And the fact that you guys believe that and talk it really makes me happy. I'm really excited to be a part, kind of a little auxiliary part of that project. So circling back to softball, you told me before we started that you talked about the seniors, but pitching is for baseball and softball. It kind of starts with that. You can have great fielders and hitters, but if you don't have much pitching, it's a whole different universe. You think you've got some pitching?
Yeah, we have a senior, Julie Bird, who's coming back this year, and she's pretty good. I'm excited to see her work. And then we have a sophomore, Destiny Arspar. She's got a big role pitching. She pitched a lot last year. She's gonna come back and do that. And then I have some freshmen coming up that I'm really excited about too, that I think are gonna really.
And you said you didn't know, when you.
Yeah, I didn't know, and
these were like Christmas gifts.
It really was. When I found out they could pitch, I was like, yes.
Okay.
So.
And I am teaching Julie Bird in an online English class. So if you'd like, I can assign her maybe some softball essays.
Oh, yes, of course. Sure.
Okay.
I'm sure she would love me for that.
We'll work together on that. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I think if it works out like Wellington Shire's Pierce planning, I'm going to be the softball guy this year. And I will follow you and talk about you and to you and get to know the team. I have a lot of my favorite families still have their little sisters, and their youngest daughters are still in high school and are in the softball program.
Yeah.
Julie's one of them.
Yeah.
So I really look forward to it. So I look forward to getting to know you and your staff and your girls better. Once it gets, you said district starts in March.
District starts in March, but our first scrimmage is at home. And it's on the 29th
of January.
And we would love everybody to come out and support. It'll be our first, scrimmage out there, and it's going to be a good one.
I'll try my best to come by and see some of them and get familiar before district starts. But
it
is a pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
and
thank you for having me.
Thanks for bringing them over.
Absolutely. I'm ready to hear your best softballisms. I'm ready to get that this year.
I'm going to Google those. I've done 3 softball games. We got to do some playoff games when we were first doing this, back when we were doing it on Facebook. Had such a good time. And then that was about 5 years ago. So looking forward to getting back.
Hopefully we can do that again.
You put some pressure on me on softball. Yeah. Larry has a softball question.
I'd like to know if you can answer how well is your pitching staff? Do you have one main pitcher, or do you have a couple?
We have, she said.
Yeah, we have a couple. I have
Larry
2
wanted to know
returning,
about pitching.
and then I have some freshmen coming up that I didn't know we had, and I'm really excited about them. So we've got a good little group.
That's
2 or 3 good pitchers up there.
That's
Yep.
right.
He clearly wasn't listening to us a second ago.
No. That's all right, though. It's good to ask the important questions twice. Thank you to Wyndham Family Dental for something to smile about. We already had the something to smile about with the girls program, and I agreed with you, by the way. When you were saying it, I was smiling. It made me smile. Wyndham Family Dental will help your smile be its very best, the very best it can be. Clayton Paul and his staff at Wyndham Family Dental. And thank you to the coaches. We will wrap up the show with me and Larry and Shires here in just a minute, but thank you for watching. We're going to hear for some ads. We'll be back to wrap it up.
Your Center Rough Rider winter sports schedule brought to you in part by Ace Hardware. Ace is the place in Shelby County for the helpful hardware folks. Brookshire Brothers, beginning its 103rd year as your neighborhood market. And Covington Lumber Supply. If you need it to build or repair, you find it at Covington's.
Excuse me, sir. Could you help me with something? Sure. What can I help you with? No, my wife, she wants my bathroom to change. She says it's a little too plain. Unfortunately, if it can't be done with a hammer, I don't know what to do. Well, could I ask, where do you live? Well, usually in a house, but sometimes in the truck from time to time. No, what city? Center, Texas. It's not in the center, though. No problem. In Center, Texas, people call Ricky Andrews Construction for all their construction needs.
Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty at 598-7800 or visit MatthewsRealty.com.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Coach Meeks Show from Pizzeria, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. And we also thank Danbert Column over just to our right, your left on the square, the Forge Gym. Best place in the world to get in shape because, A, beautiful place to look. I mean, the downtown square is where it's at. And also Danbert Column is where it's at. He can advise you and help you in any way you want. It's as much assistance or as little, just a little bit of encouragement. Danbert's good at that at the Forge Gym. Okay, fellas. Sabine State Bank, I really appreciate Steve Waters for being able to bring this to everybody and keep up with the Rough Riders. And
if you ever just out and about, just go by Steve Waters, see him there on Hurst Street, right by Brookshire Brothers, and sit down and have a cup of coffee with him. You might walk out of there with some money in your pocket.
You might.
Hey, that's all it takes for me.
That's right. And Larry, Pizzeria has hosted this for the year, but now it hosted the first show,
the Piney Woods Coaches Show.
Piney Woods
Area Coaches Show, that's what it's going to be named from now on. So, it was a good show. We had 3 great guests, and next week we're going to have even some more guests. So, we're going to be catching a lot of coaches all the way through.
It starts at 6 o'clock?
6:30.
6:30 for that, 7:30 for this. Right. So, Larry, we'll stay with you. Where are you going to be Tuesday and Friday?
Tomorrow night I'm headed over to West Sabine for Chirino West Sabine, and then on Friday I will be in San Augustine for Comonil at San Augustine. 2 great big district games and some great teams that are just fighting for district action right now. So 4 teams that are going to be good games on Edison this week.
Awesome.
What about you guys? Y'all got good games coming up, don't you?
Yes, sir. We're going to be right here in the big city of Center, Texas at the Rough Rider Gym on Tuesday as we host the Henderson Lions, both the Lady Riders and the Rough Riders. And then on Friday, we travel up the road to Kilgore, Texas to play the Kilgore Bulldogs. Again, both the ladies and the Rough Riders.
Lots of red and blue in our future.
That's right.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the Rick Meeks Show, live from the Pizzeria, brought to you by Sabine State Bank. Thanks to all our guests and all 3 coaches and Coach Meeks for lining them up. This is great. He's doing
he's doing your job for you.
He's doing good. That's nice. It is the Rick Meeks Show. It's not the Chris Wallington Show.
I heard that. That's
You're supposed to work behind the scenes, Wallington.
Which is what I am ready to do. Big thank you to Steve Waters at the bank for bringing the show, and we'll talk to you about a week from today. Oh, and over on another channel, the national championship's on.
It's halftime.
17-10.
Michigan's up halftime. Michigan's going to win it. Go Big Blue.
I mean, it's definitely on the B card, but now that this is over, you can watch it.
The only reason why I'm voting for Michigan is because a couple of my old guys I played ball with went to Michigan, so that's all.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's all. That's the only reason why. Otherwise, I'd been.
I like Jim Harbaugh. I really like. He's such a weird dude, but
you think he's going to come? He is a little bit weird. Now they're trying to get him on the NFL. So
Coach and I were talking about that. I mean, the people are betting money whether he's going to go to the NFL, whether it's the Chargers or potentially the Raiders, or Carolina.
Yep, there's a bunch of them they were talking about for him.
Well, Washington is available today, and the Atlanta jobs. So, I mean,
and how about
opportunity.
And how about also we're sticking with football? How about the playoffs? How about them Houston Texans coming in to get to the division? They're in there. They're playing the Browns on Saturday. The Dallas Cowboys, they got themselves the NFC
Both
East
Texas
too. How about
teams
this?
hosting a playoff game.
And then next year, I was talking to Shires about this. Washington, the Texans and the Cowboys play each other every 4 years. They'll be in Texas Stadium, so I think it might have to be a company trip to go watch the game.
Whatever's happening that weekend, we just won't broadcast it. We'll just go there.
We're taking everybody. We're all taking a big bus and going. We're going.
We're just going to go talk Brad and Babe and say, thanks for keeping our spot warm. That's where we were, and we'll take it over.
We got the game for you.
So here's the good news. Now you can watch the national championship game in 3, 2, 1.
Bye.
At Sabine State Bank, you have a lot of things going for you. It's a So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the pizzeria just off the square in Center. 3-point shot. Yes. Takes it to the house.
This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider Broadcast Team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.